sweet boy. Oh, sweet boy. Hey friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing so well, and I'm so excited for today's video because I am going to be filming a what sold over the weekend video. It's been a hot minute since I've done one of these, and I'm kind of excited about it. I love sharing my sales with you guys, and you guys like apparently hearing them, so I'm excited to share them. We're gonna cover how much I sold in total sales, how many pieces I sold, what I sold them for, how much I bought them for. So hopefully it's a fun video. I've got little Otis here in my lap, and he's just the cuddliest baby, and I love him with my whole heart. He is the best dog in the world. So I don't think it's gonna last long before he wants out of my lap because he's a big boy, but we are excited to have him just for a smidge. So over the weekend, we sold 16 different items, and we're gonna talk about all the different things here, our gross profit, our net profit, how much I paid for things, all of it. So from those 16 items, in total sales, we made $472.99, which is not bad. It's a pretty good weekend for us, honestly. I'm not too mad about that. We sold a pretty good amount of things. We didn't sell them for as high as I have been selling things kind of lately, so that's the only downside to it. But from the $472.99 in sales, we made $364.09 after all the platforms took their fees. So that's our gross profit. And then I went through and counted up those items. So there's 16 items, and 14 out of those 16 items that we sold, I picked up in the bins, the Goodwill outlet, where you're paying per pound instead of per item. So I had a really low cost of goods for all these things. So for the 16 items I picked up, I paid $27. That was my cost of goods for everything. And that was a pretty conservative estimate. I probably paid a little bit less than that, but I wanted to go over rather than under for you guys. So with 2 items from Goodwill, 14 items from the bins, I spent $27. So with my cost of goods figured in, my net profit at the end of the day was $337.09, which is totally great. I think for spending so little on all of the pieces that I bought, I'm really happy with getting a couple $100 of net profit at the end of the day. That's great. So my average sales price for those 16 items was $29.56. So I was selling each piece for the median price of $30 basically. So not bad. A $30 sale is not a high sale by any means, but a very consistent sale. So I would say that this weekend I sold a lot of things for just kind of a normal amount, which is a very realistic weekend because you're not always gonna be selling those things for $200 every weekend. So now let's go in and look at each of the 16 pieces. So I'm gonna scoot to the side, and then let's put these pictures up. So the first thing of the weekend that I sold was this J. Crew piece. It was this charcoal black kind of looking cowl neck sweater, and it was in a size 2X. It's really cute. And I picked this up in the bins. So I picked it up in the bins for probably $1, maybe $2 at the most, because my bins that I go to are $1.49 per pound. And then I sold it for $24, which is not a bad price. And we made $17.48 off of that sale. So that was a good pickup. And then the next thing that I sold was also a bins pickup. A lot of these are gonna be from the bins. So this was a Philadelphia Eagles football sweatshirt that sold for $20. Somebody I think offered me $20 because we made $16 off of that. So we just lost our straight 20% to Poshmark, meaning that I didn't send a shipping discount, which is very nice because shipping discounts really do eat into your profits, which is not very exciting. So we made $16 off of this sweatshirt that I picked up in the bins. And these sweatshirts, like this is a Philadelphia Eagles sweatshirt. I find sports sweatshirts all the time, and if I can find them in the bins for $1 or $2, I always pick them up because just like this sweatshirt, I sell them all the time for like $20, and it's just an easy and consistent seller. Every time the sports teams play on a Sunday, I get more orders for those sports pieces. So right after that one sold, I also sold this, which is a t-shirt for $16. It's a Chicago Bulls Windy City t-shirt, NBA. And I know nothing about them, but again, this is a pickup from in the bins. So I definitely paid less than $1 for the t-shirt. We sold it for $16, and I made $11.08 off of that at the end of the day. So about $10 in net profit probably. So another kind of smaller sale, but those small sales really do add up, and so I'm happy to pick up things like that that are really light, that don't take up much room in my inventory, that I know will sell during sports season for a good amount. So I like picking up sport pieces, even though I don't really know much about them. If they look cool or have a cool design, I grab them in the bins, especially. This next piece that sold, this sold on Sunday. I believe we got a lot more orders on Sunday than on Saturday. So this piece I sold on Sunday for $35, and this was an outright sale. Another bins pickup. I love picking up Ralph Lauren or Polo Ralph Lauren in the bins. They generally sell for me right around $35, which I find to be a good amount for anything from the bins. It's not going to be your biggest price of all time, but you're going to make some good sales. This piece sold for $35, and so I made $28 in profit off of this sweater. It was a really nice one. It had the cable knit, and it had this like brown leather lining. It was really cute. I wonder why I didn't price that higher, but that was a good sale as well. And then the next thing that I sold, which is a little surprising because we're heading out of summer, but I'm okay with it. It was this pair of Birkenstock sandals. And for the life of me, I cannot remember where I bought these. Batula. I would have to wager a guess that I bought these in the bins. I think I did at least. But yeah, they're a pair of Birkenstock sandals. If you guys remember where I got these, let me know because I don't remember. But I sold these for $48. I sent an offer, or rather Posher VA sent an offer for me. I love their service. I always have a code in my description for them because I really believe that they are worth the investment. It is such a time-freeing thing. But they sent an offer, so I made $36.68 off of that pair of Batula Birkenstocks. Same company, but people will leave Batula all the time, even though it's Birkenstock. So definitely pick up Batula if you see them. This next thing is a very light piece that I picked up in the bins. This is just a dust bag. I picked up this Tory Burch dust bag in the bins a few months ago. I recently relisted it, and I had it listed at $15, but this person and I went back and forth until we finally agreed on $8 for this dust bag. It was really cute. And again, since I got in the bins and it was just like a little thin bag, I mean, I maybe paid like a quarter. No, probably not even that. Maybe a dime for this. So I sold it for $8 and we made $5.05. So I mean, I still made $5 off of it, which is not bad. I mostly picked it up as kind of like a bundling thing. I was hoping that somebody might, buy a pair of Tory Burch sandals or a bag for me and then also want a dust bag so they would bundle it. But that never worked out. Instead, I sold it as just one piece, which is fine. And then the next thing is another bins pickup. I picked up this vintage Philadelphia Eagles fleece pullover in the bins. This was a really cool piece. And again, I pick up a lot of sports items in my bins, especially because where I go thrifting is near to Philadelphia. I find a lot of Eagles merch. So this was a really cool piece. It was a size extra large, and I sold it for $40, which means we made $30.28, which is a great pickup. For in the bins, selling anything for over $35 is like a home run, in my opinion. I think if you can sell anything for over that, then you've really found a great deal in those bins. Even if you find something that can sell for $25, you're doing great, I think. But that was an exciting find and an exciting sale. And then the next item also comes from the bins. It's a pair of Franco Sarto heels. These were like a little black peep toe heel that had this like brown leather wound around it. And these I got in the bins for probably $1, maybe $2. And these sold for $20. And that was an outright sale, I believe, or somebody offered me $20 because I made $16 off of that. And then the next piece that sold was a piece that I had mislabeled as a men's piece and sat for much longer than I anticipated it sitting for until I had 2 different people comment and saying, oh, this is actually a women's piece. The tag says women's, but it's listed as men's. And I was like, oh, that's probably why it hasn't been selling. So as soon as I switched it, it sold to a woman because this was an LL Bean women's airlight knit pullover. I thought it was men's. It happens to all of us. On the tag, it said Mrs., and I just missed it. But this was another bins pickup. I found this in the bins and we sold it for $32. So we made $23.88 off of that sale. And it was in a size medium, which was a smaller size, but it still sold really quickly. I did send an offer and they accepted. So that was a good sale. And then the last one of my Poshmark sales before we jump into Jeremy's Poshmark and the one eBay sale was this top that I've gotten a lot of questions and a lot of just likes and people interested in general in it lately. And it was this piece that I picked up from Goodwill. This is one of the only things not from the bin. It was this Vince silk blouse with this brown color. It was gorgeous and small little polka dots. It was a gorgeous piece. It was in a size extra small, but it was a pretty roomy fit. Like, it was definitely made to be oversized, but it sold for $40, so $40, and then we made $30.28 off of that piece, and those were all amazing sales. I was very excited about all of them, so those are the things that sold on my Poshmark, but now we're gonna jump into what sold on Jeremy's Poshmark. So Jeremy sold 3 things this weekend, and they were all things from the bins. So I had all but one on my Poshmark from the bins, and he had all bins, and then the eBay sale was not bins. So I'm saying bins a lot, but I love finding things in the bins. It's just the best way to source for me. But this first piece that he sold was a winter hat, and it is another sports team thing. So I believe, is this the Packers? I think it is. The Green Bay Packers. This is a hat that I must have found in the bins for less than $1. I'm shocked if I spent more than $0.25 on this. And it sold for $15, so we made $12 on that. And then another bins pickup was this Michigan hat, and this one sold, Jeremy said, I think within the same hour, he sold 2 different winter hats for sports teams. This one also sold for $15. We made about $12 on that one as well. And then this was an exciting sale for Jeremy. It's a piece that I picked up in the bins a couple months ago probably, but it was this really cool plaid kind of kilt that I found that had a really cool gold safety pin pinned onto the skirt where it folded over to be a wrap skirt. It's hard to describe, but you can see it in the picture, and this was a good sale. I think I had it listed at $35, and he got an offer for $31, a very reasonable offer. We love a reasonable offer, and so we sold that one for $31, which means that we made probably about $24 off of the skirt. So I like picking up those vintage pieces. I've sold a lot of vintage pieces lately, so not bad at all. And also, now that I think about it, I missed one piece from my Poshmark. The last piece that I sold on Poshmark was another vintage piece. It was a vintage Nicole Miller black velvet and satin little black dress. It was really cute. Picked it up in the bins for maybe $1, and then it sold at $40. So we made $30.28 from that sale as well. So definitely glad I remembered that one because I didn't want to miss that one. That was a good sale. And then the very last thing that sold over this weekend was this pair of shoes that I've recently picked up. For some reason, this is it's not upsetting. I'm happy that it's still sold, but I have these Tory Burch slide-on leather shoes on my Poshmark listed at $99. And for some reason, I don't know how this happened, but I listed them at $50 on eBay. So there's quite a price discrepancy there, and somebody bought them outright on eBay for $50. I wondered if I turned on maybe automatically accept offers over something or something like that, but I'm gonna honor the sale. It's okay. It's not great, but $50 is still way more than I paid for them. I think I bought them for $5 at a local Goodwill, and so selling them for $50 is still not a bad sale. I definitely feel like I could have gone more, but also I'm trying to build up my eBay reputation, get some good reviews on eBay, and hopefully they will leave me a good review. So we sold it for $50 plus the shipping of $8.99. So $58.99 all in, and then I sent it out and had to pay I think $7 in shipping. So we probably will make about $45 at the end of the day off of that piece. And I also sold something else, but the buyer hasn't paid yet. So we are going to hopefully get paid from that sale too from the weekend. And that's a pretty good roundup. I think 16 items is a pretty decent amount to be selling. I am a full-time reseller, but if I sell $500 every weekend, that's about $2,000 of sales plus anything I get during the week. So that's not bad. If I can make $250 of sales throughout the week and then $500 on the weekends, that's pretty respectable. That's about a $3,000 sales month, which is pretty good. I would be happy with that personally. So that's what this month is kind of looking like, shaking out to be. It's not going to be my best month ever, I don't think. Last month was amazing, but this month is not nearly as good as last month, unfortunately. But I'm still happy to take you guys along with me for the journey. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing what things have actually been selling for me. I know my monthly recap of my sales, you don't get to see a lot of the smaller sales that are more like the building blocks of my business. You usually just get to see the most exciting sales. So I do like this format, so that way you guys can see those small sales that add up. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like these videos? Do you want me to do these more often where I'm showing you every sale that comes through? Or do you guys just like seeing the overview at the end of the month? Let me know. I would love to hear your input. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And until the next video, bye.